What's up, y'all? It's B. We back. Episode 4, Talkish. I got the team with me as usual. We got a rotating cast, man. Chop back for his 3rd episode. We got Mouth the Out, he back. Smooth Boy Steve, say what's up. The beautiful Jamie. We got Buck. Talkish, man. Tune in.
And I was saving my love for you. Saving my love. Long before birds.
All right. Today we're gonna talk about the lack of awareness amongst, the black communities. I see things going on. I'm sure everybody else see things going on. I want to get, to the bottom of how other people feel about it, because I'm very disturbed at the shit that I see, especially when everybody walk around like they the shit or they the toughest, and like I don't get that shit. Like I don't get it at all. Like so I'm trying to see how everybody else feel about it. Like. For me.
Well, me personally, I would like to speak on that. I feel like it takes an individual to care and not just care about saying I care or marching or any one action. Is like the whole way you live every day, the way you carry yourself, and the things that you do. Consciousness is not just the knowledge behind something. It's like the wisdom to actually do it. You can know a bunch of stuff, but if you don't apply it, then it's like wasting energy. So that's how I feel a lot of people waste energy, where you could take it. And I feel like starting with the youth will be a big start, to making a difference.
That's major.
Because when the kids be happier, then the parents will be happier.
Back off of your, the whole, the marching and everything like that. I really don't think that marching in this era does us any good.
None at all.
I think it served a purpose back in the 60s. But the fight not in the streets no more. For us, for equality and to be looked at differently, the fight is in your house. The fight is in it starts in the home and in the schools and things like that. Mm-hmm. I don't think that I think we marching now, just to march. And I'm not saying I don't support marching and things like that. But what does it really accomplish at the end of the day? Right now, if we're still marching 50 years after we already did it in bigger numbers with greater leaders.
There are conscious people, but it takes more than just them. It takes more than just one particular group of people.
It takes a nation to do it. You know what I mean? It really takes a nation. We can't do it by ourselves. We can't really. It could start from somewhere. It could start with us in the community, but it really takes a nation. We really can't. I mean, it's not just here in Philadelphia that it's happening. It's happening everywhere.
What was the last march actually about? When everybody went to DC.
No, that was the 20th anniversary. That was just the piggyback off of 20 years ago,
But are we specifically talking about peace?
Yeah, that's
or
like
injustice and equality, all that type shit? Because if we really want to get down to it, people are really afraid to do what's necessary. Like, if we fucking really took our shit, like our money, left these nut ass schools and built our own shit, then change will come.
Honestly, I'm gonna keep it funky on camera because I'm really in this game, dog. Let me turn down. Moral of the story: we're going to get killed if we say too much, and that's the reality. That's why people aren't saying it. Because when they say it, if everybody team up,
but you gotta realize it's strength in numbers, and at the end of the day, they fear. Listen, they fear us coming together. If you really look at it, back in the day, I forget the town it was called, but it was a town at one point when black people had their own currency, own banks, own libraries, and because they feared us coming together like that, the whole thing was burnt down and shut down from the rip. But I'll piggyback off of what you said earlier that it does start from within the home, dog. Like. You gotta look at our communities. We don't have to accept a poppy store on every corner.
I say that every day.
Honestly, if our community come together and say, "Yo, we sign a petition," that store gotta get built because we can boycott that. That store don't need to be built right here.
But you don't even. We don't even need to sign petitions. Don't give them your money.
Don't
give them your money. They'll leave.
But they
you don't buy. Nobody buy from the poppy store for 1 week. They go on the next week. They can't
That's
survive.
not fucking true.
Well, I don't
They
really
can't survive.
I feel like what is
they
that
cannot
gonna
survive.
solve though?
No, I'm not.
It's
I'm
gonna
saying,
solve a lot.
That's not
if you-
really
if you
necessarily
think
true because like I'm
everybody-
mixed with Rican, so that's what I'm saying. That's where it goes the conflict of when you're mixed with multiple things.
No, I know, but it's what you
It's
choose to
not gonna
identify with.
matter.
It does, I mean, everybody's mixed.
This is alright. So this is what I would tell y'all. To me, I feel like it's more like people just need to start their own businesses and stuff and stop blaming everything on everybody else and every other.
I agree with that
But
too.
you gotta
I agree with that too.
Everybody is trying to
too.
start their own business, but we gotta support our own businesses.
Right.
What I'm trying to say.
Yo, I went to a Chinese store and the lady, whatever, we had words, and she basically threw my money back at me because I said I didn't want it no more. You know, I didn't want the stuff no more because I didn't like the way she was talking to me. And she said, whatever, shoo. And right then and there, I made up in my mind, I don't buy from Chinese stores no more. At all. Just for her. Because then I started thinking about the dynamics of all of it. I'm buying from somewhere that got bulletproof glass up. Think about if you was in Walmart and everybody bought everything in front of you. They bought their stuff and they went on about their business. And as soon as you got up to the line, bulletproof glass shot up. So are they trying to keep somebody out or trying to keep somebody in? Who are they selling to? If they that afraid of you, why are they selling in your neighborhood?
Their stores is like that too though because it's different type of situations with stores because people do rob and steal. So
They shouldn't.
But that's like saying why you got an armed
what
system.
I'm saying is
No, that's not.
Because it is
That's not
you
your
protect
business.
yourself when you a business. To me,
Just like check cashing
That's
places
just how
got
I
the
feel. So, I
same
mean-
thing.
But guess
money.
what?
It's just
I don't
still,
see-
it's
I don't-
money
I
back
don't see-
there,
Has any
untaxable
color
money.
to rob.
But guess what?
I'm saying, like, Chinese stores open 12 o'clock in the afternoon, they close 3 o'clock
so they
at
should
night.
have protection.
So they got
and most
straight
of them be
cash.
women
No,
behind there.
but
No.
that's my point. That's our
That's
point.
because they know the difference of the
That's my point.
geographics. Like they
But
know
it's
they
the
act.
difference in the
You know what I'm
people
saying?
too, because most of them
So
have.
they're generalizing.
What
They
I'm
shouldn't be there.
what I'm telling you is black people live in those neighborhoods too though. So people don't want to talk about how black people live in every neighborhood, rich
That's true.
neighborhoods too and stuff. So this is what I'm saying. It's dependent on a person's circumstance where they sit there and they want to determine what's right and what's not. Depending on where they live at, not the whole world.
But my-
I'm looking at the whole
but my
all
thing-
around subject.
Okay, my thing is, listen, we don't have to live like this in our own communities. Like I lived in South Philly, where if I go to certain parts of 24th Street, it's not that many Chinese stores. The street's not dirty. It's not that much trash. And if I go to 24th and like pass onto the other side, all these different stores is there. Like we gotta start treating our homes, our own communities different. Like when I was
I still
growing
go
up
outside and
back in the
sweep.
day,
I
like
don't know about
we had
those.
block captains. Like people care. We had sweep up days. Like that stuff is gone. Like they take away our libraries and they take away all of our stuff. Like our education system is out of whack right now. Like
Gotta support each other. Like if you go to any city that got a Chinatown, they call it Chinatown for a reason because they got everything they need right there.
So if it was a
Everything.
black, if it was a black convenience store on the corner of your block, you wouldn't go there because they're black.
Moral of the story is
That's
not
the only store- that's the only store I'm gonna go to.
So how don't we support each other when if a store was there, why wouldn't we support each other?
I
According to what y'all said.
got a primary.
That's what I'm saying. Nobody's building anything to get it supported. Everybody talking
All right,
about what they
you man-
want,
that's a
but I'm
problem
seeing
in
a few
itself.
company owners that's black out here.
Your man got his own, trying to do his own little thing or whatever. He's selling whatever he gotta sell. You not gonna buy it?
Yeah, but
He don't got bulletproof glass up in the store. I'm not buying if he got bulletproof glass up either.
That don't got shit to
That
do
has
with
everything
anything.
to do
No,
with it.
that don't got shit
Think
to do
about
with
how
us
they look at
supporting each other. That's what I'm talking
Still
about.
gonna buy
We
it.
got
That's
a bulletproof
because
glass
our
and
race-
fireproof glass.
If a chick
So a
get
person
fucking
not
got
supposed to
bulletproof
protect
glass up,
themselves,
that's
then you're,
different.
you gotta look
No,
at it.
So you never bought nothing from down here,
Come on, dude. I just said I.
nigga. I know you went in there. I can't recall if you bought anything, but I know you went in there.
I don't support Chinese stores anymore. I don't buy from Chinese stores. I don't buy from Chinese stores. With bulletproof glass up, that's my thing. If I go to Danny Walk, because those people is right there. You can touch them.
That's true.
I go there, but I'm not buying from somewhere that look at me like an animal.
Right.
I don't know how you feel about you or how nobody on set feel about them. If they look at me like an animal. That's how I'm looking at it. That's my view.
That's true.
But then keep in mind, I be in the store sometimes and I'll see a lot of young boys just cursing at them for no reason.
I
Or just
agree with you 100%.
From
or
the home.
just being, so again, this is like,
It start from
just
home.
because
That's
you
the-
act right Most people don't. Most people aren't watching their children. Most people don't know what these teenagers are doing, and they're all being disrespectful, and they do
Let's
protect
ask this
themselves.
question: Why are they acting like
I'm gonna
that?
tell you why.
They're not just saying, "Hey, let's go gang up on the Chinese people." They're not saying that.
Yeah.
They already got the aggression inside of them, like
Because
that's
they
already
don't have
them,
any
like,
art classes anymore.
That's
They're not.
bullshit.
No,
I'm
they-
gonna tell you why.
I know this, and hear
Let
me
me tell you why.
out. Hear me out, because
She's
this
talking
it
about
does
outlets.
matter. Because mind you, I'm a mother of 4, so I know. Because I'm seeing it first. I've been a mom since I was 15, so I'm gonna give my opinion.
Right.
Now the moral of the story is when it comes to the schools and stuff like that, they can't find themselves, so they don't know if they're good at music. They don't know if they're good at art. They don't know what they're good at usually unless they're around with their friends doing ciphers and stuff like that. So 9 times
That's
out
what
of
they
10
got.
they're
That's
Still
bored.
go all the way back
So
to
that,
what he
so
said.
what I'm, but that's right. So what I'm saying is that, but it goes back to being bored. This is all this about.
Exactly.
is
See,
bored.
wait. How does it start at home when kids spend 8 hours out the
At
day
school.
at school? How do you not hold
Because there's
school
16 other
accountable?
hours in the day that they're not at school.
But, yo, so you mean to tell me you're not influenced
They
by
spend
those
1/3.
hours?
They spend so you're not influenced
By
by
that time spent somewhere
So,
else.
so you're not influenced by the other 16 hours,
If you
2/3 of the day that you're not.
to go to
Exactly.
school and do right,
And do right.
and it start with them home.
Yeah, it does.
And when they come home, they can come home and get on some
Yo,
computers
messages
and
need
shit.
to be reinforced. You can tell your kid the right thing all the fuck they want, but the TV, which is home,
Right.
will fucking influence.
That's what I say.
Or wait, somebody in school will influence. They ain't got nothing. I ain't gonna say
And that
nothing,
goes back
but they ain't
to-
got a.
It's zombies, dog.
Yeah.
The television is zombie land. It makes you a zombie, dog. It does start at home.
Look at what's
like
on
you
it.
said, is it
Love and
people?
Hip Hop,
Because
stuff
if the
like
mom wasn't watching Love and Hip Hop or LA Show
Bad
and
Girls
spending
Club,
time with the
everything
kids and
else.
giving them motivational activities, my pop ain't play that. My pop was like straight from off of Boys in the Hood, and I grew up in the hood. My pop made me do book reports when I had book reports or do this, and he told me when I was like 7 years old, you either gonna go to the army or you going to college. That's the only thing I'm accepting in this household. He didn't accept C's and none of that. And guess what? I had to live up to the expectation in that house and outside the house. I brought the C home, I was in trouble, no punishment. I couldn't go play football with my homies. It starts in the house, dog. I don't care what
And
nobody
there's kids
says.
that do total opposite too. And there's kids that come up in worse situations that
do better.
excel.
Yeah.
So
Well,
it's
you're talking about that
it's reinforced. You gotta want better. You know what I'm saying? On top of what
But your parents
what
gotta
you
be
see.
encouraging and cut the TV off and stop going
That
out
does
with their
help
girlfriend.
Yo, you can get influenced by 2 hours of
Your
television.
parents gotta encourage you, man.
Yes.
I'm telling you,
Yes.
they gotta tell you they love you. They gotta be there.
Or you not
Yeah,
well
man.
rounded because
You
you're not
gotta,
getting
you gotta be
exposed to
there.
different shit.
Like I did, like my older sister, she played the instrument. I said, I'm gonna try it. I played the trumpet for 4.5 years, 5 years. I never thought I'd be doing that, but guess what? That encouragement came from my parents, dog. Like,
Well,
hey,
I can tell
do
you,
it,
you
son.
can find encouragement anywhere. So I
Anywhere.
want to make this clear that encouragement comes from anywhere, inspiration comes from anywhere. But people gotta first want to see what they're good at. That's everybody's problem. They so busy trying to be like everybody else. Is a million rappers, is a million models, is a million all these things, but only a few people are good at these things. So what it is a battle of everybody trying to compete with each other because they don't know what they're good at, and again they're just trying to be in everybody else's lane. So first let's start with, again, when I said being an individual, most people aren't individuals. They want to
Agree
do
with that 100%.
what their friends are
I agree
doing,
with that 100%.
what's around.
That's every race.
You
every
Right, because we're
You can't just
naturally
blame stuff
influenced
on
by
your
a bunch
parents
of
or nothing.
shit.
So this
You
goes
can't just
back
put it
to,
on your people.
that's why you
So
can't
let me
just say
let me ask you this.
Yeah, right. It's a combination of it.
Let me ask you
all.
this, Fox. To get back to what we originally talked, what we originally were saying. With the kids that's in the Chinese stores just cursing at them, things like that, because I see that. So I understand what y'all saying. You said because they don't have music class and art class.
no,
You feel like
I boarded up.
you feel like because children, the black teenagers or the youth don't have enough outlets.
See y'all,
Right.
yeah.
You feel like they don't have enough outlets, so that
Not
that
even
is going to
just that.
encourage negative behavior.
Well, what I would say is, firstly, I didn't get to finish my statement because I was cut off as soon as I said it, which threw it off.
Right.
So, now I'm going to go back to it to say that it has a lot to do with it.
Okay.
Not having anything to do is the worst thing for the youth. Because either they're playing the games or they're watching TV or they're just looking to get into trouble or they're having sex. Way more than I had sex when I was young. So that's what I'm seeing. A lot of sexually transmitted diseases. Most of the youth are bisexual, so they don't know if they like men or women because of all this
But
shit
their
that's on
parents
TV.
are- their parents are sexually
It's not just
confused.
because
No,
of
that's
the
not- their
parents.
parents are
Again,
sexually
go back to
They're
what I'm
exposed
saying.
to a lot of
It
different
is
shit,
in
don't
the
know how to handle it.
TV. It
Yes.
is in the radio. These rappers
everywhere.
wearing nail
It's in the
polish.
fucking
So
schools,
it's everywhere.
Schools. Like,
The
first of
media.
all, they not even showing us shit about how to repeat And if you know certain things, that's what makes you smart, and that's bullshit.
Most of the stuff is
That's
lies.
bullshit.
So I'm gonna say this on camera because I'm really a conscious woman. People don't know what conscious is. Conscious is not like, oh, you discovered your pineal gland. Conscious is you are applying. No, for real. Conscious is you are applying your knowledge. Now, with that being said,
So wait, let me cut you off real quick. I'm glad you said that.
Very funny.
Being as though you conscious, how can we get our people to begin to start the right process at home and support the black women? How do we do that?
I'm gonna tell you how I started as an individual.
Yeah.
I started by giving what I could get paid for services for free if somebody really wanted to be something. So if a rapper comes to me and he don't have no money at all, I teach him about first a non-disclosure, because most people be running their mouths about their projects and not signing anything. So somebody like me with enough money to go do this project could take it and go do it right now.
Okay.
So what I do is
Is that your way of giving back?
no, hear me. It's a whole process where giving back is not one thing. I feed homeless people. I will go to my kids' school and help with the kids. Because mind you, first of all, most of the stuff they're getting taught is lies. So if you want to help people, you want to guide them to the truth. You can't tell nobody the truth. You got to show them. So
Yeah.
I am a business owner. Me and my partners, we have a LLC, media paperwork, distribution, a label. You understand what I'm saying?
What about that?
I'm gonna tell y'all what it does. You want to know how?
Does that encourage our
Didn't
people?
I say more black people need to start their own businesses and stuff?
Yeah, you did.
Didn't
You're a
I
business
say
owner.
that will be a big way of helping people by everybody shutting up and being able to actually hire their people if they can't
Yes.
get a job, so they won't have to go rob somebody?
But that all
So
boils down
my
to
personal
knowledge.
way of me helping, when I can't do everything, I'm one person. So my personal way is me creating businesses and stuff, because with black men, that is the biggest
We think that because a lack of jobs, because people can't find jobs, that they're robbing people.
No, bullshit.
Because I don't.
No.
No,
I don't.
that has something.
That has
I don't. I don't believe because you can't find a job.
It plays
You go rob people.
Right, it plays a. You can't.
I do
You
not-
can't deny
I
that.
don't.
that.
I actually I can't
Just like you
deny
can't exclude that niggas just do it just cause.
You can't
You know what I'm
deny
saying?
it.
I don't feel like you get laid off and you can't find a job for the next year, so you start knocking off old ladies for their pocketbook.
One person go
A
ahead.
lot of people don't have patience.
Mm-hmm.
And with
Yes.
that, hold on, with that, a motherfucker ain't willing to go get a job at Pathmark and stock shelves and shit
Yes.
and stack their little bread and go get their own fucking shit. They want what they see and they want it right now. They want that car.
Mm-hmm.
They want that Benz. They want
agree.
all the fly shit. They want that
I agree.
$400 belt.
Has a lot to do with
So they
music
gonna
and
they
influence,
living
wanting to
outside
be
of
other
their
people.
lane. So in order to live outside your lane, if you ain't got the money to do it and still take care of home, you gotta go rob a motherfucker.
Felonies and shit up on you, like that shit is hard, dog. I got one felony, dog. It's hard for me to get a job. I ain't working 14 months, my nigga.
I don't think that's a good
felony,
excuse.
Did you rob anybody
It's not-
I
today?
don't think that's a good excuse.
I ain't riding nobody today.
Right, and I want y'all to check out our all new Talk-ish. The link gonna be in the bio as always. We on second floor. And I want y'all to really go on there and check it out. Check out the YouTube page, type in Talk-ish, or type in Raheem S. There's big things happening. RAWKUTT production can't be.
When we say we riding 20 deep.
Can I say something?
You got your this shit is about black economics. We got to build the black family. You just said it start in the crib. But that's what I'm saying though. Like that's what I'm saying. Like,
I agree with
Okay,
what
but I
you
was
said at the end. Not that bullshit you said before that. I agree with what you just said at the
But
end
can I just say
about
something?
building a black family.
but it starts with that though.
It's a collective.
But it's not a one-sided thing, though. That's a
No,
two-sided
it is.
thing. Because most
Number
men
one-
aren't men,
number
but
one-
they expect a woman.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Number one, by you saying black women need to be more on their shit, I definitely don't agree with that at all. Because in a rebuttal,
We
black women
actually
can say,
make more money
black
than
women,
let's
black women can say to us right now,
I'm glad you said that.
I heard you out, you didn't even hear me.
Baby moms, right?
You didn't, yeah.
Look how you looking at your black women.
That's
Look how you looking at them.
No,
Fucking
it's
up.
not that mean.
What does that mean?
I'm not trying to hear that shit. That's truth in
It's
itself.
not.
That don't mean
That's not
shit.
true.
That mean a lot.
That's not true.
That mean a lot. I'm not gonna be going out
That
here
don't
just
mean nothing.
fucking all these bitches.
That
raw.
don't mean what if you had a baby mom that was one way when he met her, and then she completely went crazy or tried to do harm to him. Then he's supposed to stay there. So if he have a baby with,
That's different.
okay. So if you don't know nobody's situation, they can have multiple baby dads or baby moms. You don't know what they went through to get there.
I mean,
so again,
come on,
I'm a biggest problem with the black community is we judge each other too much instead of being there for people.
So, you know, me having a felony, it just took a major turn on my life. One felony, like, really messed me up as far as, you know, me getting a job. I went on 4 interviews. And, like, at the end of my interview, like, I would get the job, and then they would say this, like, all right, we got one more thing left. We got to run a background check on you. So is there anything you want to tell us right now before we run it or what? And all 4 of them jobs, they told me at the end, they said, we liked you, but I'm sorry, either you had to have your felony for 5 years or 7.
Right.
So I'm like, damn, they drop a felony on you and they give you amount of time that you gotta have it.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? It's like, yo, and it's hard to find jobs out here that pay that much.
Right.
I mean, I could lower my standards and be like,
I was getting ready to say
I
that,
could
I
lower
swear
my
to God.
standards and work $9 an hour, but I just got too much stuff going on.
Well, honestly, you shouldn't look at it like that.
Work for that $9 and just live.
And then build up off
And
it.
then build up.
Yeah,
They say, oh,
and build
you
up.
stay here for 4 months, ain't nothing happened. All right, I'm gonna give you a shot. They took
Nigga,
a
we
chance.
was making $9 at the fucking slaughterhouse, nigga, and it was enough to get food and back
Exactly.
to work. That shit wasn't cutting it.
It all runs back into the token where they say people should open up more businesses.
So I was getting ready to say
You feel what I'm
that
saying?
right now that's what I teach people how to do. It only take like $190 to get your LLC if you know how to do it. Yeah. So it's a lot of stuff that people can do. I make lipstick. I do other stuff. When I didn't have a physical job, I was doing hair, nails, or whatever I had to do to make money. So the same way that the Muslims make oil or make things with their hands, what God created us to do. You understand what I'm saying? There's no reason why nobody, honestly,
in all
should
fairness,
have a job because you could create one.
In all fairness to you, Fox, I agree with you. Like I've been saying the whole show. But everybody's not meant to be a business owner. Everybody's not a leader. Everybody's not that, because when you're talking about LLCs and things like that, I understand those things.
Everybody
that's not in some way, but it may not be.
Everybody has a way.
It may not be something for you to sell, is what I'm saying.
Everybody has something that can be sold. Everybody.
Everybody. Prostitution is the oldest form of profession.
No, but that's not, I don't consider it. So when I'm talking, I'm not speaking of that because like I said, when I sit with youth, I can be in a classroom with all different kids and each one of them has something special about them. What do you think white people do? They find out what they're good at and they capitalize off of it.
No, because every white person I work with is not they don't own a business. One guy owns it.
I didn't say own
everybody cannot be a business
everybody
owner.
had to own a business. I said it only takes small amounts to own a business and it only takes small amounts to get money to start. Say when I make lipstick, one of the ingredients is shea butter. That's $5 for a big ass thing. So again, if somebody wants to make money, you will sit there and find a way to do it.
So are we talking money or are we talking bettering?
We're talking bettering. That is bettering your people.
More
when
money?
You have no.
We see what the rappers do with money.
You're cutting me off again. It's not. If you gonna let me make my point, let me make my point.
I don't agree with it.
You don't have to agree.
Okay.
So this is what I'm saying. You don't have to agree. I don't agree with you right now. So this is what I'm saying. We both don't agree.
But I'm trying to figure out what is your point.
What my point is by building yourself up, learning what you're good at, and capitalizing off of it. You can't lose. Everybody is good at something.
And that's what they
you know how many?
For.
Yo, I feel like that.
No, that's what you need to tap into yourself for.
I feel like
teach you who
that,
you are.
That dream that you selling to people,
but they take you to where you need to be. You feel what I'm saying? Pretty sure
that's what I'm.
One of my kids get homeschooled, so your parent can teach you where you need to be.
I don't think school teaches you what.
School misguides you.
This motherfucker that go in there not knowing nothing is all what you absorb. This motherfucker that go in there not knowing nothing about carpentry, but go in there and learn carpentry, and be successful.
So it depends on the person, because when I was in school, it was girls in there talking about something. I ain't learned nothing in college.
I know people that got their bachelors that don't have no
But that's
job.
what- but-
So what don't matter if somebody go to school or not.
If you want to learn,
Yeah,
you gotta want to. You gotta want to
It
be able
depends
to
on the
learn.
person, because I
Yeah.
took up carpentry and vocational school.
It's all
And,
about
like,
who
when
you
I
go
walked
to,
in them
though.
classes, I was building cabinets like it wasn't about shit.
Right.
Like I barely read the books and passed the test.
Right.
Again, because we are naturally gifted by God to do multiple things, and we have to keep.
I do agree.
Yeah.
People people have gifts and skills,
Right.
but how the hell does that mean turn into, you know, going incorporated with it? Everybody
It's
can't
not about
do that.
being
Everybody's not
incorporated.
supposed to
Can
do
I
that.
respond? And I didn't tell him to. Can I? This is where my frustration comes in. At. I never said that my way will work for everybody. What I'm saying is, you teach people different ways. Somebody can come. I'm a business consultant, so I don't just consult person one way. I deal with construction companies. I deal with clothing companies. I deal with rappers, and I deal with models. So you deal with people accordingly. But everybody is good at something. Everybody. And if they not good at nothing, you don't have to incorporate something.
That may not
to sell
be
it.
something to sell.
You don't have to incorporate stuff to sell it. You don't have to have your business license to sell stuff. You don't have to have your business license to make stuff or find out what you're good at. So what I'm saying is most people just will go work at McDonald's or something rather than find out what they're good at and make thousands. That's all I'm saying. Show them how to do their money.
But you said to everybody, you just said to us, you said to us in the beginning that more
I
people need to
said
start
that was
business.
an example.
But then,
No, because people complaining about Chinese stores, then buy a fucking store. So what I'm saying is I'm tired of people complaining about everything they don't like, but I don't see them taking any steps to change it.
So you're a millionaire now?
No, I'm not, but guess what? Anything that I want, I get it.
So
I'm a mother and I never been homeless. My kids don't be
my
hungry.
mom was never homeless.
But listen, some people
She
do
wasn't
go through that.
business owner.
Some people go through that. So this is a person with a lack of experience. So we can't. Basically, you're not going to understand me.
You know me?
What I'm telling you is by your opinion. I don't have to know you. By your opinion, you're young or have a lack
It's
of.
PC Raw. We out here with Charmise, and just talk about a little bit of what you did today, Charmise.
well, usually every year I volunteer at different shelters, and I wanted to get my kids involved this time. Of course, shelters don't allow kids inside of there because of, safety reasons and stuff like that. So this year I just decided to go around and give anyone that I see out on the streets that's in need of anything to drink or anything to eat, just give it thanks. Count your blessings. Yeah, we fed about over 30 homeless people, so I'm excited. The reactions that I got was priceless, and I will continue to keep doing it.
Okay, so
Right.
thanks, Charm.
Thank you.
And also, along with Charm giving out platters, RAWKUTT chipped in and bought about a couple dozen hats and gloves just to give back, just to show the streets that, we see them, that we out here working.
Okay, got that.
Have a good one, man.
Okay.